folks. How we doing? Get the music turned down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Actually, I'll just turn it down all the way because otherwise I'll forget about it. But do I look like a podcaster now, guys? I have the over-the-ear headphones. I've actually had these for a while. I don't know, I threw them on because I've kind of messed around with my setup a little bit more. Try to make it a little bit more better, a little bit more efficient. I have wireless things now. Less cords means more organized, which means it looks better, so maybe I'll perform better. It's also a good time to invest in the crypto market. I don't know if you guys are big on crypto. I don't know. I'm like, for whatever reason, just a big Ethereum nerd. Not that I know anything about crypto or that I don't know. I'm just very ignorant to this, but I've been doing pretty well with crypto. I don't know if I can show you that. Let me just go here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, folks. I'll show you exactly how well we're doing, or how well Ethereum's doing. Because Ethereum, that's what my main thing that I've been big on. A lot of people are big on Bitcoin. I've been big on Ethereum, and it's been doing pretty well for me. Like the past couple months, I invested back in May. Well, I've been investing for like the past year, really, since January 2020, and I just put money in here and there. And then in May, when I realized that Ethereum and everything had shot up. Like Bitcoin shot up to like 65 grand, Ethereum shot up to like over 4 grand, and then it tanked a little bit and went down to like in the 2000s. So I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to buy. So I put some money into Ethereum, and I was expecting it to go back up, and then it continued to tank more. It went all the way down to like 1700, and it was pretty bad from all the way to May until now. It finally went back up, and you can see the past month Ethereum has gone up over $1,000. There you go. Plus $1,000, 49. Plus $1,049.73. Pretty crazy. So it's been a pretty awesome past month for the Ethereum investors. Also in the news, I am now a talent slash, I guess, yeah, talent manager, talent agency. It's funny because this completely came off the fly. I have a friend of mine that was doing like a set at this I don't even know what. I guess it was a nightclub, not really a nightclub, a bar of some sort. And he was getting another gig set up or another gig lined up after that. And he was like, they were talking about, or he had some phone call where he had to like talk to some people and like work out, pretty much kind of figuring out how much he wanted to get paid for however long he was going to be doing a set for, and pretty much I guess the negotiation process and negotiation period was what he was about to have a phone call for, and I just so happened to be there. And I have zero prior experience to managing anybody, negotiating contracts, gigs, anything of that nature. I have no experience doing that kind of stuff. I was just there, and I was like, oh, dude, I'll help you with this. I can totally help you with this, because I just feel like I can put on like a total BS type of confidence and just be like, all right, yeah, let's do this, where it's just like me completely talking out of my butt, like there's no experience or anything. But it worked out. I ended up negotiating my buddy, who's only done like, I don't know how many, he's definitely done like less than, I don't know exactly how many, but it's probably less than 3 sets, like total gigs or whatever. So it was funny because he doesn't really have like a lot of the other ones were all like volunteer. I think he may have gotten paid for his last one. Actually, I don't think. I think it's all just been volunteer. So it's like you don't get paid for it. So he doesn't have like any basis to say of like what he's gonna get paid. And so I just hopped on the phone call and I just started telling him, I was like, dude, say you do $50 per 30 minutes, $100 an hour. For the longer you go, like every 2 hours. How we doing, Harish? I'm telling a story right now about how I've just randomly become a talent manager, and for like every like over 3 hours, I was saying like cut it down like to 75 for the hour, just that kind of stuff, like making it sound like there's deals and like you know what you're talking about, and it totally worked. And unfortunately he ended up settling because he felt bad about saying $100 an hour. So he was like, "Oh, even you guys seem nice. I'll do $50 an hour for you guys." And they were like, "Okay, that's great." So they settled on $50 an hour for 5 hours. So it's like what, $250, and then he gets a couple more people in. So then we're talking. We're like, "So how long is that set?" And we're like, "Okay, 5 hours." He's like, "So we need to bring in some more people potentially because the setup and everything is gonna take a while. You know, to set up, tear down, and obviously it's a long set. So if I have to go somewhere, go to the bathroom, take a break, someone take over." So they brought on more people. So now we have 3 people at $250. So $750. I've just negotiated a $750 deal. Not that that's a lot, but $750 for 3 people that really don't have any experience DJing whatsoever. And I just negotiated a $750 deal for him to perform at some flipping concert. It's hilarious. I've started my own flipping entity, my own business now. I'm gonna see if I can actually pull up my logo. I even made a logo for nicolawood Sports and Entertainment, kind of inspired actually by Conor McGregor. How you doing though, Harish? What did you think of the fights this past weekend? Let me pull up this logo here. I think it's pretty funny because it turned out pretty well. Oh yes, oh yes. It should pop up. Oh, it's very big. I apologize. You guys are looking at. Did not mean to do that. Boom. Move that, and then let me go to image number 7. There we go. There we go. This is the logo for my my talent agency that I just came up with on the fly. Talent agency pretty much came to fruition on Friday, and logos and everything, invoices were made on today. Actually, I've made an invoice and I emailed it or billed it to these people. I didn't email it, but I sent it over to my buddy to send to these people, and I don't know, we'll see. Might become a talent manager now. 750 better than 0, definitely. Good for you. Yeah, I know, it's pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious because I was totally talking out of my butt. So now I'm gonna come in. If I have to go up to the if I have to show up to the venue, which I might actually show up to when they do this performance thing. It's like a week or two, and I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna dress like one of the dudes from. I'm gonna dress like Manny from Scarface, and I'm just gonna put on some total act like I'm some, like, I don't know, Latin American mogul that's just a complete whiz at managing talent, and I just work with the elite of the elite. So this is flipping hilarious. I'm now a talent manager off the fly. It'd be nice something to add to the resume though. I think it was I just thought it was pretty funny. It's very much off the fly, and these people, like, for whatever reason, my confidence worked, and these people are willing to pay 3 college kids $250 for 5 hours of work, which is, what, if you break down, what is that? The hourly pay on that? It's like, what, $25? No, I don't know. I'm terrible at math. 25 divided by 5, $50 an hour. I really had to break that down when I was the one that was negotiating the $50 an hour. Okay, that's sad. 70% for a 10% manager. I don't know. That's something I do need to figure out. What else we got to talk about? I don't want to. I was gonna jump right away, I wasn't gonna jump right away into the fights, but I guess I might as well. Like I said though, I got the headphones. It's also fantasy football time. I don't know if you guys are big into fantasy football. That would actually be kind of fun if I had enough people that watch my videos that wanted to start a fantasy football league. I think that would be. I mean, we could do it for fun. We could do it. We could all throw in a little bit of money. Actually, I think it would be kind of hard to get a bunch of people I don't know to all agree to, like, send money for a fantasy football league. So we could just do it for free. I don't know. Maybe get the nicolawood BJJ crowd, see if they want to start a fantasy football. But this past weekend, some pretty we had the UFC pay-per-view, UFC 265. Honestly, on paper, didn't look like all that. Actually, I don't know. It wasn't all that crazy of a card. Like, if you look at the actual, besides the main event, obviously being a heavyweight championship, like, the rest of the card was decent. It kind of looked like it could have been like a fight night, but the main card was pretty solid. There were some pretty sweet finishes. I think the whole prelims was like a slew of finishes, like a finish after finish after finish. Volkov won 2 rounds against Gane in significant strikes, and their fight was 15-15. Gane was close. If Volkov can hit, yeah, I think I do believe that I think Lewis was bad. I even think Lewis quit there towards the end. I'm not even kidding. Like, Lewis just looked like he got to a point where he had no answer and he just covered up. When he acted like he like got rocked or whatever, he got hit in the eye and covered up. I don't think anything actually happened. If you go back and watch it, I don't think anything actually happened where he got hit in the eye. At the very, very end, he did get punched in the eye at one point, which is completely legal. But at the very, very end, he acted like he got hit in the eye or eye poked and, like, covered up. And I think he was just looking for a way out. He just didn't look like he had an answer. The fight card was pretty solid, though. I didn't have a very good night on the bets. I had all my bets. And the funny thing is, all the bets that I did research. I listened to a bunch of people. MMA Lock of the Night. Shout out MMA Lock of the Night. There's another guy a couple people actually on Twitter that I've been following. And I was seeing what they were saying. A lot of these people that were in the betting community, like, really, they're like full-time MMA cappers or handicappers, whatever you want to call them. All these people had like a very consistent group of bets that they were going with. And
So like all the consistent like all the bets that were consistent across all these cappers were the bets that completely faded the ones I wanted. So for example, like a good example is everybody was so big on Michael Chiesa. Every single handicapper I saw on Twitter, YouTube, you just Google like articles, everybody was big on Michael Chiesa. And I kept saying the whole time, I even made a video like last month about how Vicente Luque is one of the most underrated, or the most underrated fighter in that UFC welterweight division, and I was so big on Vicente Luque. I'm like, I don't know, all these people are pretty like they do this full time. I'm probably just gonna go with Chiesa because I could very well see Chiesa just getting his hands on Luque and just grinding him out for a decision. But I mean, long story short, Chiesa lost. I was very mad about that. There was a couple other fights that I was pretty mad about because, like the Kovalkiewicz fight, I bet on Kovalkiewicz. And if you guys know me, my big rule of thumb is in the women's fights, I always bet the underdog, and I bet the favorite, and I lost. So that makes me mad. I just I went against my own gut, which made me mad. The only time that I actually went with my gut and it paid off was the Jose Aldo fight. Everybody I saw was saying that Munoz was going to win, and I just thought Aldo was he's still pretty, I mean, he's 34, he's still relatively young, and he just has too much experience, and he's too well-rounded. I didn't think Munoz could match that, and he hasn't fought anybody like that. Vicente is really good. He's so technical. He does have knockout power, and I completely slept on the fact that the submission part because, like, I mean, he trains with Gilbert Burns, and Gilbert Burns is one of the best people to train with if you're trying to get proficient in grappling and have good submission defense. And the more I thought about it, I was like, when the fight actually started and they were talking about Gilbert Burns being in his corner, I'm like, this dude trains with flipping Gilbert Burns. Michael Chiesa he might control him, but he's definitely not going to submit him, and he might pull some sneaky stuff off and actually submit Chiesa. And I mean, that's sure enough what happened. I think he probably is one fight away from a title shot, but I really think given the current state of the welterweight division, like, he's not going to fight Stephen Thompson again. He just won't take that fight, probably because he won't beat Stephen Thompson. And I just don't think that's a fight the UFC would really try to push. And then, I mean, Colby's fight next. I don't see him fighting Masvidal. I feel like Masvidal's only going to take like a money fight. It's just super confusing. He might go for Leon, but I think Leon's just going to hold out for the title. It's just such a confusing, traffic jam, I guess, at the top of 170. So I really wouldn't be surprised if he just skipped that fight and was just next in line for the title. Like, I don't know. It is very backed up, though, because it should be Colby. And then it should be Leon, and then it should be Luque, and Luque probably should get another fight in. I don't know. We'll see. It's just hard to find an opponent for him to fight. You'd probably have to fight back in the rankings. But betting-wise, wasn't that great. Entertainment-wise, pretty solid card. Let me go ahead and switch over so we can just jump into the breakdown, I guess, of the card. Johnny Munoz, Jamie Simmons. This fight was Munoz, as you can see, minus 310 favorite. End up getting the second round submission there. Victoria Leonardo and Melissa Gatto. Leonardo broke her arm. Very tough, though. She was trying to keep the fight going, and props to her. Her arm was like completely like smashed. You could see the dent in her forearm. So that was kind of gross. Gatto looked pretty good, throwing up a lot of submissions. Very, very slick on the ground. Anderson Dos Santos. I was very, 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 very big on Anderson Dos Santos. And I just thought for whatever reason he would just be durable enough to just make Miles Johns gas out. Kind of like a Darren Elkins kind of style. And it didn't really work. He got the absolute tar beat out of him and got smoked, knocked unconscious. Vicente can't fight anyone. He fought Leon. He did lose to Leon. And Burns is, it's tough. He would honestly have to fight back in the rankings. That's the only way that he would get that one more fight. Because he's going to have to fight again in between now and for the title shot. He can't wait out 2 title fights and then fight. Because that's literally, like, he's not going to skip Leon. Because, like you said, Leon beat him. I completely forgot about that. Leon beat him way, way back. I think he decisioned him. I don't think he finished him. And then, he's not going to fight Gilbert. He's definitely not going to fight Wonderboy again. He already lost to Wonderboy. And Masvidal's not going to fight him. It's not a big name fight. But I don't know. He needs one more fight before he fights for the title, and I think he would just have to fight back in the rankings. Manel Kape, Odi Osborne, flying knee. That was a pretty sweet flying knee, but I also think the ref could have let the fight go a little bit longer. I mean, Osborne just got hit with a flying knee, but I think it wasn't like the Ben Askren one. Like, he was kind of still with it, and I think maybe, I don't know. I think the writing was on the wall. He was probably done, but I think maybe the ref could have let that go. Pretty sweet flying knee though. Back-to-back knockouts, pretty sweet knockouts. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, don't want to talk about this fight. Karolina Kowalkiewicz lost me $100, so I'm pretty mad about that. I should have went with the underdog. Would have made more money anyways. Alonzo Menifield, Vicente hasn't been finished. Oh wow, that's pretty sweet too, because he's a pretty durable dude. He did take a beating in that Thompson fight though. I thought actually Stephen Thompson was probably gonna get like a 3rd round TKO, but I didn't know that he hasn't been finished. That's pretty tough. Ed Herman, Alonzo Menifield. Ed Herman, another dude that has that Darren Elkins kind of style, like just grimy, just literally is your punching bag until you get tired, and then the punching bag punches back. And I mean, it's an effective style, but it's probably not a you're not going to have a long tenure with that kind of style, and you're going to be talking funny in a couple years. So it is entertaining to watch. Ultimately, Menifield got it done. He was just beating the tar out of that leg of poor Ed Herman. And I think if Ed Herman didn't have his leg chewed up, he actually probably would have been a little bit more competitive and may have potentially won the second half of that fight to a decision. But Menifield was just Ed Herman couldn't get anything going because his leg was so welted and chewed up. But even in that 3rd round towards the end, like the last minute or so, Herman was turned it on. He was clipping Menifield still, and it was pretty entertaining for somebody that was fighting with one leg. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was saying Ed Herman looks like a first-round knockout waiting to happen. Draco Rodriguez and Vince Morales. Morales actually, I mean, he was an underdog, and actually before the start of the fight before the fight, like way before the fight, was a pretty sizable underdog. Closed in a little bit closer, ended up getting the decision there. Bobby Green, Rafael Vazayev, phenomenal fight. Probably one of my favorite fights on the card. Vicente versus Nate Diaz. Vicente called him out so many times. That would be an awesome fight. I think that would probably honestly play out very similar. That would have to be, I feel like that fight would only work though if it were like a typical Diaz 5-round special fight, or if it had to be like a fight. I don't think it would be a fight night main event, actually, now that I think about it. Nate Diaz would not be a fight night fighter. It would have to be a 5-rounder on like on a pay-per-view, like maybe a co-main or just on a main card. That would be a sweet, because I think it would play out just like the Leon Edwards fight. It would just be that wasn't it. I'm going to talk about the Green and Fazayev fight. But no, yeah, that would be a sweet fight. I think it would play out similar to the Leon Edwards fight, where it would just be technical beatdown, and then Nate Diaz would just be durable enough to land a shot here and there that would just make you jump out of your seat really fast because he clipped him. But Fazayev, Bobby Green, insane fight. I think Bobby Green's definitely tough. He's durable. Like, he's proven that he had a phenomenal year in 2020, and he's fought the best of them. But I just thought Fazayev had too much power. He was too technical. And it was going to be a matter of time before he actually caught Bobby Green. But I'll give it to Bobby Green. Dude hung in there the whole entire fight. Obviously, Fazayev got the unanimous decision. I was actually kind of surprised it was unanimous. I thought it would have been a split decision. And I mean, I bet on Fazayev, but I had him in a parlay, which unfortunately lost. But I thought it would have been a split decision because I was getting very nervous watching that fight. Bobby Green definitely showed how tough he was, and Fazayev showed how skilled he is, and he does have the ability to I mean, obviously it's different than a 5-round fight, but he has the ability to go to the distance, which I think he did go to the distance actually against Mark Chikasi. I don't know, but he's a tough dude. He's definitely going to be a problem. I think he needs to work on his cardio a little bit, but he's going to be a problem. Casey Kinney, Song Yadong. I had Casey Kinney in this one. I was pretty mad. Song Yadong just did a good job. I think Casey Kinney was having a hard time finding the target, and Song Yadong just was doing a good job chewing up the body, especially with those body kicks. You could see like the whole side of Kinney's back, like his lat and everything was just red. Tecia Torres, Angela Hill. This was a pretty dominant fight for Tecia Torres. Angela Hill just couldn't get any shots going. Like, she couldn't connect any shots, which is kind of weird because Torres is a smaller person, so you'd think it would be harder for them to close the distance and land the shots, but Angela Hill could not land the shots at all. And then back to the Chiesa Luque fight. I mean, insane sequence from the time that Luque clips Chiesa up against the fence. Chiesa then goes for a takedown, dumps him, throws him in the air, slams him down on his back, puts him in like 2 rear naked choke attempts, and then was going for a triangle, and then Luque starts getting out of the triangle. Chiesa gets up, get into a front headlock position. Luque locks up the tightest darce. Like, as soon as he locked it up, I knew it was done. As soon as he locked it up, because he had his arm all the way through, locked it up, and there was literally no room. There was absolutely no room. The way where his fist was too, where he had his arm shot all the way through, like where it goes under his arm and then by his neck, and then where he clasps his elbow. that was right here on the side of his neck, which was like the ideal place because then the other side of his neck is going to be with his arm pressed against it. So literally, he had just looking at it, he had everything where you'd want it to be, everything locked out, and zero room for slack, zero breathing room. It was literally just a matter of time. He just had to keep Chiesa in there, and it would have been a matter of time. Chiesa just would have ran out of air. He just had to maintain keep the submission, and that was a beautiful, beautiful Darce. Very, very fast. Pulled it off. Insane. That was an insane fight for the flipping 3 minutes it lasted. Jose Aldo, Pedro Munoz. Oh, this was a pretty exciting fight as well, but I think, again, he has the most Darce chokes. Does he really? Actually, okay, so his last fight, the Woodley fight, was a Darce. Who else did he Darce? Ah, man, that's going to bother. I thought Ferguson did, but I actually believe you now that I think about it, because that's back-to-back Darces. That's pretty insane. Vicente, what was I going to look up? Vicente. I just want to know how many Darces he has. I believe he has the most, but I just want to know how many he has now. That's kind of crazy. Because that's like one of my favorite chokes in jiu-jitsu. 1, 2, 3, Nico Price. Lavaro Herrera, 4. Anaconda is essentially a Darce, too. And Anaconda is literally just... The only difference is with an Anaconda and a Darce is when you have a Anaconda, you're shooting through... My arm would shoot through like this. It's just literally like my arm coming through this way versus my arm coming through this way. That's the difference between an Anaconda and a Darce. I don't know if you train... or if any of you guys train jiu-jitsu, but literally the difference between an Anaconda and a Darce is so stupid. So I'm going to count that Anaconda as a Darce as well. So that's like 6 right there. He has, okay, like 6 on his record, but I don't know if all those, yeah, all of them are in the UFC. That's crazy. So he has 4 total Darces, I believe. He has 4 total official Darces, and then he has 2 Anacondas, which essentially are the same exact thing as a Darce, if I'm 100% correct. Anaconda choke. I want to make sure that's 100% right, because it's literally just a different way of where you shoot your arm through. And the difference is with a Darce is this arm would shoot through the way his right arm is. It's literally the slightest difference between an Anaconda and a Darce. Derrick Lewis, Ciryl Gane. I was so mad about this fight. I knew, I kept saying, logically thinking, yes, Ciryl Gane was going to probably win, and he was going to win decisively, but I was just holding on so hard. I kept saying for the value of Derrick Lewis being that big of an underdog, it's just so hard not to not bet on Derrick Lewis just because he has that one-punch knockout power, but his skills are so not there to close the distance on somebody that is such a tricky striker like Ciryl Gane that is a master at range and can control the range very well where I can hit you and you can't hit me. I don't know why. The longer the week went on and the fact that I had money on Derrick Lewis, the more and more I believe that Derrick Lewis was going to win, and it could win. And then when it actually happened, when Gane won, I was like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I expected, I guess. I mean, he's a minus 350 favorite, and logically thinking I thought Gane would win. It sets us up for a good fight between Ngannou and Gane. And I think I've heard a lot of mixed things. A lot of people think that Gane's going to be Ngannou, and a lot of people think that Ngannou is going to smoke Gane. Personally, I think the thing is with Derrick Lewis isn't the most skilled. Not that Ngannou is an insanely skilled striker. He's not. He has insane power and his striking has definitely improved in recent years. From when he first fought for the title all the way until actually winning the title, his striking has improved leaps and bounds. He's a very big dude. He has a longer reach than Ciryl Gane, and obviously probably crazier power than Derrick Lewis. So and he's a lot more skilled. So it's going to be easier for him to get inside, being bigger. I think he's the same exact size as Ciryl Gane, longer reach, and way more power than Derrick Lewis. I don't know. You can't really quantify the power, but I like to think he has way more power, just given how he knocks people out, puts them sends them into another dimension. I just think that Ngannou personally, he's just gonna touch him up. I think Gane's gonna be a little bit nervous. They have trained together, and actually this week I'm gonna be uploading a video breaking down the sparring footage of Ciryl Gane and Francis Ngannou, and where I think certain weaknesses are and where certain things that each fighter should capitalize on. I really think that I really believe that I just believe that Ngannou's power is he has the size to be durable enough to take shots from Gane, and he has the size to get inside on Gane, and he has the power to land and put Gane to sleep. I just really like Ciryl Gane. Oh yeah, and he is 20 more pounds because he does just like Derrick Lewis. He cuts down to make the limit for heavyweight, which is impressive. And he's completely jacked. It's not like there's any fat on his body. He's pure muscle. He's just chiseled like a flippin' statue. So I personally, I don't know. I also may be a Ciryl Gane hater, to be honest. Not a hater. Like, I respect the dude a bunch. He's very, 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 very skilled. Probably one of the most skilled dudes in this heavyweight division right now. I'm not going to lie. Easily top 3, one of the most skilled. Like, on the ground, he's shown. You don't see too many heavyweights going for heel hooks. That's pretty impressive. On the feet, he's a problem. And he's done very well against people that are considered solid strikers in the heavyweight division, like a Rosenstruck, a Volkov, who's a very well-respected striker. Even Junior Dos Santos, who has good boxing. He's done pretty well against these people. He's very, very skilled, but I just think the ultimate equalizer is Francis Ngannou's power, and I think Francis Ngannou has the size, the frame, the reach to be able to land that shot. So I'm gonna go with Ngannou in that fight before I already put my video out. I pretty much just gave away who I'm gonna bet or who I'm gonna predict to win that fight. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious to hear who do you guys. Ngannou has way more power than Lewis, and Ngannou hits. Yeah, when Ngannou hit, like when Derrick Lewis hit Volkov was out of it, like he was knocked out, but he was still there. If that makes sense, like he was definitely, the fight was over, but he was still there. If Ngannou would have landed that same overhand that Derrick Lewis landed on Volkov, I think Volkov would have been stiff as a board, just curled up like Ben Askren. Like, he would be out. I just think, you think Rosenstruck has more power than Lewis? I don't know. I don't know, actually. It's kind of hard to say. It is kind of hard to say on that. I really don't know how I feel about that. I just think Ngannou's, in terms of athleticism too, Ngannou's way more athletic than Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis is just big and powerful. And Ngannou is big, powerful, and athletic. He's fast. He can move. Versus Derrick Lewis, who just kind of stands there and just waits to do something, plays possum, and then explodes. Ngannou's definitely got the ability, the skill to move around and land shots. I don't know. It'll be an interesting fight. I don't want to spoil too much before I upload my video. But unfortunately, this next weekend we don't have any fights. We do have a Bellator card though. I'm gonna go ahead and look on let me see who's fighting. I'm not even sure what the Bellator card is. I'm not gonna break it down. Yegar Mousasi and something Salter. Not really any crazy fights none that really pop out to me. I don't know. I don't watch too many Bellator cards, so I'm going to be honest with you guys, unless it's like a card like the last weekend or whatever, 2 weekends ago now, I guess. Like the AJ McKee one. Like, if there's big names that I recognize, he has the most KOs in the UFC. He has the most KOs in the UFC, but I don't think knockout power-wise, it's different than getting knocked. It's different getting knocked out by Francis Ngannou than Derrick Lewis. I haven't seen the only knockout that is comparable to a Francis Ngannou knockout that Derrick Lewis has is the Curtis Blades. He has like one knockout like that. I mean, he did get Travis Brown. I'm talking one punch knockout too, to be clear. I'm talking about one punch knockout. Travis Brown wasn't one punch. The Volkov wasn't one punch. Alexei Oleinik wasn't one punch. We're talking sheer one punch knockout power. Ngannou's got him beat by miles. He's been in the UFC a lot longer too. That's true. Lewis has been in the UFC a lot longer than Francis, and has a lot more fights. But I think Francis Ngannou. Well, I don't know. I just think Francis Ngannou different type of power. He's a different frame altogether. Way more athletic. Not flabby and fat. Just completely chiseled like a flippin' Greek god. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's hard to break down and hard to say. Yeah, Curtis Blades is the only one, but Ngannou has a bunch of knockouts like the Curtis Blades one. A bunch of knockouts. He has like 3 knockouts for that one Curtis Blade knockout. So, oh yeah, not to mention he did knock out Curtis Blades twice. Ngannou did. So, I don't know. I think it's tough to break down, but I think Ngannou probably wins. I don't really have much else to talk about because I would bounce on to the fights next weekend, but we don't have fights next weekend, so that kind of does suck. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 videos out to you guys this week. I have my video for the breakdown of the sparring footage, and I gotta figure out some another video. Let me see what my video ideas are because I have a whole thing. Oh, okay. Well, you guys just saw the format for my for the podcast. I just spoiled the sauce. All right, video ideas. I don't really know if there's anything that kind of pops out to me this week. I might do a more of like another challenge video. I've been having fun with some of those challenge videos, like the ice bath. I don't know if you guys saw when I did the ice bath, the Joe Rogan ice bath. That was pretty fun. I did the blazing wings. That was also not fun, but it was a fun video to look back on. I've done a bunch of videos like this recently where I've been kind of trying to do. I did a black belt where I rolled with a black belt, like the blue belt versus black belt challenge. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of stuff like that, and I've been having fun with it. I don't know. Maybe if Harish or any of you guys in the chat who else have been watching those videos, do you guys enjoy those videos more? Obviously, I'm still gonna do the UFC stuff, but more of like the not just me sitting here at my desk talking to you guys, where I'm actually out doing things and it's more fun to watch. Do you guys feel like that's more entertaining, or do you guys feel like it's just better if I sit here and actually just talk about like a topic and break it down? Obviously I do that every week with the podcast. Curtis Blade's the only one, yeah. C. Rosenstruck is the most. C. Rosenstruck KOs most are like one punch. Yeah, the flipping all the one punches we did. Those are probably all his kickboxing ones, because he was a very successful kickboxer, I think, before he got into MMA. But Rosenstruck does have. I mean, we saw what he did to Alistair Overeem, was getting the snot beat out of him the whole entire fight, and then just pops in once, explodes his face, and puts him down. I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious though. What do you guys think of the new, not new, but just the different videos I've been putting out? I feel like I've enjoyed doing those a lot more, and it's more fun. But I'm curious because you guys are the viewers. You guys watch my content, and you guys are the ones that support me. So obviously, I want to make videos that you guys enjoy watching. But yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. Like I said, be on the lookout for more videos this week. I think I may or may not. We have the Ultimate Fighter tomorrow, and I'm not sure. I think. Is it Trayshawn Gore's fight tomorrow? No, it'll be a bantamweight because it was a middleweights last weekend. May do a stream or not for that, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. As always, if like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have not checked out, we didn't see your podcast format. Oh, you guys didn't? Okay, that's kind of cool. Or wait, did I? Oh wait, because I switched over. Never mind. I forgot. If I would have had it on this screen, you guys would have saw it because I popped it up right here. Oh, that's my video ideas. Oop. Not my podcast. Spoiled even more of the sauce. Anyways, though, if you guys haven't checked out, I appreciate that, Harish. I'm curious because I wanted to know if the challenge videos were good or not. If you guys haven't followed me on all the other stuff, Instagram, at nicolawoodbjj. Twitter, obviously you don't have to, just a better way to keep connected. You guys can see what, like, I'll let you keep you guys posted when the videos are going up, all that good jazz. Twitter, I don't post as much on Twitter, so I'm not really going to promote that. I just kind of say, hey, new video, hashtag to get the hashtag traffic from Twitter. Also TikTok, at nicolawoodbjj, I think. Yeah, it's at nicolawoodbjj. I made a TikTok. I'm uploading like little short stuff on there. I'm not super active on TikTok either. I'm not a big TikTok guy, to be honest. I don't really use TikTok. Like, a lot of people are big on TikTok. I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm more of an Instagram. Instagram's my main one. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to catch you guys later on this week. Definitely, most definitely. And if you guys need me to negotiate any contracts for you guys have any talent that needs managed, why are your comments coming late to you, man? Oh, I don't know, dude. I have a delay. I have a 15-second delay on my dealio. Right here, you can see I got the 15-second delay on my OBS. I don't even know if my OBS would pop up on my stream. I'm curious if that actually would pop up. But yeah, if you guys need someone else to manage talent, you guys need bags secured, I'm your guy, nicolawood Sports Entertainment. You can email me at nws@gmail.com, submissions, and we can talk sports management, social media. I don't know. If you guys need, I could do. If you guys want me to put on like a fight card, I could do some promotions. We could put on fight cards. I got the connections. I can get people. I can talk to people. We can make things happen, guys. First happy client, $750 bag secured. All you guys got to do is submit your submissions, like I said, and consultations are free. So that's all I got, guys. I don't really have much else for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later on this week. I won't see you guys next week. We don't have fights. So I'll see you guys 2 weeks from today on the next episode of MMA Monday. The 9, Gane did pretty well in that fight. Slipknot the 9, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Gane did very well. Obviously, got the 3rd round knockout. I think he did kind of what I expected, but I just had so much. I put money on Derrick Lewis to win by knockout just because the odds were so high, and Derrick Lewis does have that power just to land one punch. So I was like, screw it. He's like plus 450 to win by knockout. I'll put the money on just to see. And I don't know. I kind of got more and more delusional as the week progressed, and as the fight card went on and grew. I was like, okay, Derrick Lewis, he's gonna win by knockout. Derrick Lewis is gonna win by knockout. And by the time the fight actually happened, I was like, felt certain that Derrick Lewis was gonna knock him out. Just I don't know why, because I was like thinking logically. I knew Gane was way light years more skilled than Derrick Lewis will probably ever be. And I don't know. I just started sipping my own juice, and I was believing the hype. And yeah, I was very disappointed when Gane knocked him out. But then afterwards, I'm like, what did I expect? Like, this is really what should have happened. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep rambling though. I'll catch you guys 2 weeks from today for the podcast. Definitely later on this week, I'll have I have videos every single week. And if you guys have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, I make videos like this every single week. MMA Monday podcast follows every single fight card or anything combat sports wise worth reacting to. And like I said, the support you guys give me, the likes, the shares, the comments, everything, subscribing, it's all free, and it really means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow something out of this. I'm really trying to make like this my career, my living. It sounds weird, but I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be able to make a living and a career through this, and I really enjoy what I do. And your guys' support, your kind of comments, the likes and everything really makes me happy, and it makes it worth makes it worth the hours of editing and brainstorming and everything that goes into these videos. I appreciate your guys' support. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later. Later break. Be Andrew. Slipknot.